All right. So, could you read this title of the article for me? Mr. Trashwill.
Mr. Trash Mr. Trashville removes garbage from Baltimore
Baltimore. Baltimore.
Bal- Baltimore Harbor.
And Baltimore is a city in the U.S. Okay?
Okay.
Now, let's take a look at this picture over to the right. Can you describe what this picture looks like to you? What does it look like?
It's like a park.
It looks like a park.
Yeah.
Okay. It does look like it might be a park, but this image here, the image that we see right here, to me, it looks as if it has two eyes. It looks like it has
Yeah.
a big mouth. So this is what I mean by describing what you see. Describing what you
Okay.
see. What does that
It,
what
it's
does that thing look like to you?
it's like a frog on the water.
Ah, yeah. It looks like a frog. And this long tail or this long tongue could be something like an elevator, I think, because this trash wheel is removing the garbage from the harbor. All right, let's see what we need to focus on today. First, let's talk about the vocabulary words. Read the word, say the word, then read the sentence. And let's talk about the words so that you can clearly understand what they mean as we read the article. The first is gobble.
Gobble.
And it means to eat something quickly. Could you read that for me?
Uh, you mean the sentence?
Read all. Gobble.
Gobble.
To eat something quickly. The dog
Gobble.
gobbled the entire steak in seconds.
Gobble. To eat something quickly. The dog gobbled the entire steak in seconds.
Do you understand the word gobble?
Yeah.
Can you create a sentence of your own using the word gobble?
The uh my younger brother gobbled his meal.
Very good. The next word. Prototype. Prototype.
Prototype.
Prototype. Prototype.
Okay.
A first example of something. The prototype will be finished sometimes next month.
Okay. Can you create a sentence using prototype? I can create one. I could say that the prototype for the new Honda will come out in 2022. The new prototype for the car Honda will come out in 2022. Remember, a prototype is something that's new.
The
Prototype.
The prototype of this company will be published next day.
Okay, the prototype for the company will be published on tomorrow. Pulley. A wheel which a rope is pulled over in order to lift or lower an object. They used a pulley to lift the bricks onto the roof. Pulley. Can you read that for me?
Pulley, a wheel which which a rope is pulled over in order to lift or lower an object. They used a pulley to lift the bricks onto the roof.
Very good. And this is a picture of a pulley. This little picture here. Can you use the word pulley in a sentence? Can you use the word pulley in a sentence?
The workers used a pulley to move the furniture to the third floor.
The movers used a pulley to move the furniture to the third floor. Very good. And conveyor belt. A machine with a wide band used for moving objects from one part of a room to another. I'm still at the airport waiting to pick up my luggage from the conveyor belt. This is a person waiting at the airport looking for his luggage that's turning around on this conveyor belt. Okay, could you read conveyor belt?
Conveyor belt, conveyor belt,
Belt, belt.
belt, conveyor belt.
Mm-hmm.
A machine with a wide band used for moving objects from one part of the room to another. I'm still at the airport wanting to pick up my luggage from the conveyor belt.
Okay, this word is waiting. Waiting. Waiting to pick up my luggage from the conveyor belt. Okay? Can you use this word in a sentence? Conveyor belt. You'll see a conveyor belt also in restaurants. They'll put their hamburgers on the conveyor belt and it goes through this machine, cooks it, and comes out. They also use a conveyor belt when they make pizza. They put the pizza dough and the ingredients on top of the conveyor belt, and as it goes through this oven, it comes out ready for the customer to pick up. Can you use conveyor belt in a sentence?
You mean the conveyor belt in a restaurant? It's a machine to make food
Mm-hmm.
for several minutes and come out from the machine.
That's correct. Mm-hmm. That's a conveyor belt.
Okay. So, when you push the coffee button,
Mm-hmm.
you will get a cup of coffee from the conveyor belt.
Very good. When you push the button for coffee, the coffee will come on a conveyor belt. Okay? Napkin.
Napkin.
Your next word is napkin. A small rectangular piece of cloth or tissue. And looks like my mouth is frozen. My mouth is frozen. I wrote my number on the napkin. You'll usually get a napkin when you're eating dinner to wipe your hands and to wipe your mouth. Napkin.
Napkin.
Mhm.
Napkin.
Mhm.
A small rectangular pieces of cloth or tissues paper. I wrote my number on the napkin.
Okay, and can you give me a sentence using the word napkin?
Napkin. When I finish my meal, I use the napkin to clean the table.
Very good. When I finish my meal, I use the napkin to clean the table. Awesome. Good. Now here is our article. Mr. Trash Wheel removes garbage from Baltimore Harbor. Plastic pollution in the world's oceans is a growing crisis, but there is one googly-eyed hero who wants to help, at least locally, and he's called Mr. Trashwheel. Could you read that paragraph?
Yeah. Plastic pollution in the world's oceans in a growing crisis, but there is one googly-eyed hero who wants to help, at least locally, and he's called Miss Trashville.
Okay, this word is crisis. Crisis.
Crisis.
Crisis. Crisis. And the word crisis means something that is uncomfortable. It's a situation where decisions will need to be made so that it doesn't continue to worsen. A crisis. Okay? Googly eyed means unable to focus, not clearly focused. Googly eyed means not easily focused. Okay? So this first paragraph is just talking about a city in the United States is in a crisis, meaning that something has to be done. Okay, that's what this paragraph means. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Tell me what this paragraph means. This one paragraph, the first one, what does it mean?
Uh, there is there is a sea, there is an ocean in America with plastic pollution and need to be need to be need to be controlled.
Okay, there's a city in the USA that is in crisis and it needs to be under control or it needs to be cleaned up. Okay, so let's go with our first note for now. P1. There is a city in USA that the water and is polluted. It's dirty. Let's just say it's dirty. Okay, so that's paragraph 1. Now let's look at paragraph 2. Mr. Trashwheel is a water wheel powered garbage collector that works 24/7 to remove trash from the Jones Falls stream of Baltimore's Inner Harbor in Maryland. The trash wheel also stops garbage from flowing into the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. Can you read that paragraph, please?
Miss Trashville is a water wheel powered garbage control collectors that works 27 to remove trash from the Jonesful stream of Baltimore's Inner Harbor in Maryland. The trash wheel also stops garbage from flowing into the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, so this is 24/7. Could you repeat 24/7?
24/7.
And 24/7 means that it operates all day long. It never stops. Chesapeake Bay. So Mr. Trashwheel is that device in the picture that we saw. And in that picture we see something that looks like a frog. But this is what cleans up the Baltimore Harbor. Can you summarize that paragraph for me?
I have one question
Sure.
about this
Okay.
paragraph,
Okay.
and the second line, the stream of the Jonesful stream of
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore
Baltimore's inner harbor.
Uh, Baltimore, Baltimore in Inner Harbor,
Mm-hmm.
and I confused with the stream of.
Okay. So when we talk about, where's my cursor? Okay, there's my cursor. Jones Jones Falls Stream. Jones Falls Stream. The Jones Falls, this part right here, this is the name of a river or a stream. A stream is water. It could be a pond, it could be a lake, not necessarily an ocean, but it's a stream of water that constantly runs. Do you understand? Like a
Oh,
like a waterfall. It's constant. I don't know if I
you
can.
mean there is a region like a lake?
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
region.
and it's and its water can flow
Mm-hmm.
from one side to another side.
Exactly. So let's just take a look at a water stream. Water stream or waterfall.
Whew, this is going to be a challenge. Travel sitting area, sustainability.
I'm looking to
Sorry
see
about
if I can find a water
in
stream.
our into
So-
another pooling area here.
So this
which
this person is creating, he's making his own water stream. I just want you to see what one is. But the one that we're reading about is much larger than this. But this is what a stream is like. Wherever he's going.
My home wireless system. I had a power outage a few days
Okay,
ago.
do you see the water?
After the power came back on, it
You see this water streaming over these rocks? Sam?
Okay.
immediately reconnected again, so it worked flawlessly and there was no.
That becomes a stream of water. So this Jones stream of water that they're talking about, it's a larger stream, but it's streaming into larger areas and could actually stream into the ocean with dirt and trash and things of that nature.
Okay.
Okay. So now
Understand.
go back to the article. Well, I closed my article and I can't seem to. Oh, I think I have to stop sharing first and then I can find it. Stop sharing it. Share my screen. Share my screen. Nope. Let's see. Let me stop sharing again. Pull my screen up. Okay, so now we're back to Mr. Trash Wheel is a water wheel powered garbage collector that works 24/7 and to remove trash from the Jones Falls stream. Now the Jones Falls stream, it's just a stream and the name of the stream is Jones Falls. That's the name of the stream. And it's in the Baltimore Harbor in Maryland. Maryland is the state. Baltimore is the city. The trash wheel stops the garbage from flowing into the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. Can you summarize that paragraph for me?
Uh, uh, there is a water wheel powered garbage collector
Mm-hmm.
that can works 24/7 to remove trash to remove trash.
Where does it remove trash from?
From John's
Jones
Fall
Fall Stream.
stream.
Okay, good. Let's go to paragraph 3. Okay, Mr. Trash Wheel was invented by John Kellett, who was shocked by the amount of garbage he saw flowing into the harbor, especially after it rained. There should be a way to stop this trash before it spreads out, he told CNET, so he decided to build something. Could you read that paragraph?
Yeah. Miss Trashville was invented by John Clark.
Kellett. Kellett.
Kellett, who was shocked by the amount of garbage he saw flowing in the harbor, especially after it rained. There should be a way to stop this trash before it spreads out. He told CNIT, so he decided to build something. Build something.
Okay. What is this paragraph about?
Uh, it tells about uh, why John Keylights want to build Mr. Trashville
Mm-hmm.
because he he want to clean the amount of garbage in the John's Fall.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think his name was Collette. Let's see, is that his name? Yeah, Mr. Collette. Mr. Collette wanted to create something to clean the ocean or to clean the stream. Okay. So it might be easier for me to just copy this picture, clear, zero drawings, and go from here to here. Copy. Let's go here. Why is it not copying? Oh, there you go. Okay, so now we have it here. Should be easier to move it out. So we're in paragraph, Mr. Treasurer's. Okay, number 4 starts close. Okay. Okay, so in the 4th paragraph, Mr. Trashwheel started as a sketch on a napkin. Then he became a prototype and was finally built and installed in the harbor in 2014. Okay, could you read that paragraph for me?
Miss Trashville started as a scratch on a napkin. Then he became a prototype and was finally built and installed in the harbor in 2014.
Okay, can you summarize that paragraph for me? Try to use the word napkin and prototype.
Yeah, Mr. Trash will uh, design the first version of the machine on a napkin,
Mm-hmm.
and in 2014 he built the he built a prototype.
And what is a prototype?
Uh, it's the example of the design.
Very good. So the prototype was designed on a napkin. He created it, he thought about it, and then he designed it on a napkin. Okay, so that's going to be our P4. P4, the prototype was designed on a napkin. Okay, remember these are our vocabulary words. It was designed on a napkin. Then we got P5. So there's our little prototype. So this is what he designed on the napkin, this little picture here. And this is called Mr. Wheel. Mr. Trash Wheel, as a matter of fact. Okay. And now let's go down. Mr. Trash Wheel. Now 15 meters long and weighing around 45 metric tons, he collects trash using a system of pulleys that are turned by his water wheel. The pulleys then rotate a large conveyor belt that carries trash into his mouth. Okay, can you read this paragraph?
Yeah, 15 meters long and weight and weight weighing
Weighing.
weighing
Mm-hmm.
and weighing around 45 metric tons.
Mm-hmm.
He collects trash using a system of pulleys that are turned by his water wheel. The pulleys then rotate a large conveyor belt that carry trash into his mouth.
Into his mouth. So 15 meters long. This is talking about the pulley. Remember, the pulley is something that pulls something towards you or pulls something up. This pulley carries trash into the conveyor's belt. Remember that, using a conveyor's belt. Remember that the conveyor's belt is something that goes forward and brings something to the individual, or it takes it to some place. So this device that Mr. Collette created, and we're calling this his prototype, it's a conveyor belt and a pulley that carries trash into this machine. Can you summarize paragraph 5? Summarize paragraph 5.
Okay.
Think about the conveyor belt. Think about the word conveyor belt.
The mist trash wheel used the conveyor belt to move the trash into his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Good. Uses the conveyor belt to move trash to his mouth. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go to paragraph 6. Paragraph 6. And what do we have for paragraph 6? Mr. Trashwheel has become so popular that he has around 65,000 followers on social media. Several local beers named after him, as well as t-shirts and a Baltimore festival that celebrates him. Can you read this paragraph?
Yeah, Miss Trashville has become so popular that he has around 65,000 followers on social media. Several local beers named after him, as well as T-shirts and a Baltimore festival that celebrates him.
Okay, so we know now that this prototype that Mr. Collette drew on a napkin is very popular. And on social media, this thing, it's not even a person, this thing that he created has 65,000 followers, and he even has t-shirts that you can purchase. Can you summarize this paragraph for me?
Yeah, Mr. Trash will become popular in the social media.
Okay, and that's enough. Has become popular in social media. Okay, now let's go into paragraph 7. Paragraph 7. Now there's also Professor Trashwheel, Captain Trashwheel, and Gwenda, the Goodwill of the West, to join Mr. Trashwheel on Baltimore's river. Could you read that for me?
Yeah. No, there's also Professor Trashville, Captain Trashville, and
Gwenda.
Govinda, the Goodwill of the West, to join Mr. Trashville on Baltimore's river.
Okay, can you summarize this out first? So now that Mr. Trashwheel is so popular, there are other trash wheels with different names. They've created other trash wheels with names. Okay, summarize that paragraph for me.
You mean they named they give the trash wheel several names?
No, it just means that they created some more. They made more prototypes. Well,
Okay.
it's not so much that they made more prototypes, but they made another wheel and they gave it another name. So now we know that they have one that is called, let's see, what are the names? Gwenda. No, Gwenda. Then they've got Gwenda. Then they've got the Good Wheel. They have one named the Good Wheel. Then they've got one called Mr. Trash Wheel. No, it's just two. They just have, now they've added Gwenda. These are the new wheels that they've got. That's all they've just. Oh no, it's 3. There's Captain Trash Wheel.
This wheel this wheel a copy of the trash wheel
From the prototype. So from the
Okay.
prototype, they now have Professor Trashwheel, Captain Trash Wheel, Gwenda. Okay, so Gwenda the Good Wheel is the same. All of this is the same. Gwenda the Good Wheel of the West. Good Wheel of the West. So these are the. So they've got 1, 2, 3. They've created 3 additional trash wheels using the prototype from Mr. Killet's drawing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we can say is then our summary is three other trash wheels were created. What were they created from? From the what? Prototype?
The prototype.
So 3 other wheels were created from the prototype. Then we have P8. Okay, so that was P8, paragraph 8, 5, 6. Okay, now let's read this paragraph. Gwenda just joined the Trash Wheel family in June. Together, they have gobbled up more than 1,400 metric tons of trash, including thousands of sports balls, a guitar, and even a living python, which was safely rescued. What is a python?
A snake.
So they even collected a python. Could you read P8?
Yeah. Grinda just joined the Trashville family in June. Together, they have gobbled up more than 1,400 metric tons of trash, including thousands of sports balls, a guitar, and even a living python, which was safely rescued.
Okay. So it seems that now that Gwenda has joined and is a trash collector, they've gobbled up just tons of trash. Okay, can you summarize paragraph 8 for me?
Uh, the the whales collect tons of trash.
The wheels together have collected. What is another word that we could use instead of collected?
Uh, Gobbled.
Very good. Have gobbled tons of trash. The wheels together have gobbled tons of trash. Okay. And let's do these two together. Let's do these 9 and 10, paragraph 9 and 10 together. P9 and P10. Never in my wildest dreams would I have ever thought that this idea, sketched on a napkin, would lead to all this, Collette told the New Yorker. He also said over 100 countries had contacted him about his invention. There are lots of places around the world that could use trash wheels, he said. Okay, can you read paragraph 9 and 10?
Yeah. Never in my wildest dreams would I have ever thought that his idea sketched on a napkin would lead to all this. Clark told the New Yorker. He also said over 100 countries had contacted him about his invention. There are lots of places around the world that could use trash wheel, he said.
Okay, so what he's saying in this is that he never thought that this idea that he sketched on a napkin would make any difference, but he was willing to try. And now that his invention or his prototype is a success, other countries
Yes.
other countries are actually asking him about his invention. And what is another name for invention?
Uh, prototype.
Prototype. Okay. Summarize these two paragraphs for me.
Uh, uh, co- collect collects
Killhead.
prototype collects prototype is very successful, and uh, other country would 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 want to get it.
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay, great. So now what we have is our article. So we've got, there is a city in the U.S. that's in crisis. The water in Baltimore is dirty. Garbage collector that works 24/7 to remove trash from Jones Falls stream. Mr. Collette wanted to clean the stream with his invention. This prototype was designed on a napkin. Mr. Trash Wheel uses the conveyor belt to move trash to his mouth. Mr. Trash Wheel has become popular in social media. 3 other trash wheels were created from the prototype, and the wheels together have collected or gobbled tons of trash. Colette's prototype is quite successful, and other countries would like to get it. Now what we're going to do, copy, is look at what we just created. In sentence structure. And we're going to go here and make this onto perhaps 1 page. So here we have I want you to use these notes and tell me about this article. Okay? So you can read it. You can read it first straight from the page. There's a city. You can read it or change it as you read. You may begin.
You may summarize this entire
Okay.
article.
Well, okay. It's already summarized for you. Now you're going to summarize it even smaller. So we know that there's a city in the U.S. that's in crisis. So you could say a city is in crisis. A garbage collector was designed to work 24/7. Mr. Collette wanted to clean the stream with his prototype that he designed on a napkin. He created the conveyor belt that moves trash to the mouth. This trash wheel is very popular. Now there are 3 other trash wheels, and the wheels together gobble up tons of trash. And this prototype is successful, and other countries are interested in getting it. You just make it into what you want it to be. You just make it into what you want to be. Read your notes. Read your notes and then change it or add to it. Do you understand? Just read it or glance at it. The only difference is I just made the notes for you. I just made the notes for you.
You mean make the summarize?
Summarize this. You're going to just summarize this.
Okay. Uh, there there's a city.
Mm-hmm.
There is a city uh, with the garbage water
Mm-hmm.
problems named Bel- Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
and the Miss and Mr. Kellett's design design a machine, a garbage collector, uh, working 24/7 to remove trash from John Fall Stream. Uh, and his prototype was designed on a napkin. The trash the Mr. Trashville use Miss Trashville uses the conveyor belt to remove trash onto his mouse, and that makes Miss Will becomes popular in social media. And several Trashville was also was also created from the prototype. The wheels together could gobble tons of trash.
Okay. So let's stop there and clear all the drawings. Now let's take a look at the vocabulary words. That was good. That was good. You did good there. And our words are napkin, napkin. So we want to try and remember the vocabulary words: gobble, gobble, prototype, pulley, pulley, conveyor belt, napkin. All right, so now listen at how I'm going to summarize the article, and I'm going to use our vocabulary words. Insert table. Insert table. Okay, so we've got napkin, napkin, gobble, oops, gobble, gobble, prototype, pulley, and conveyor belt. Now, see if you can follow what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And I'll try to use all of these words: napkin, gobble, prototype, pulley, and conveyor belt. All right. So we're going to go with, in the United States, there's a crisis. The water in Baltimore is dirty. There was a man named Mr. Collette who created a device called the garbage collector. The garbage collector is a prototype that works 24/7. Now, this prototype gobbles up trash, and it started gobbling up trash from Jones Falls Stream. Mr. Collette wanted clean water, so with his prototype that he drew on a napkin, became very popular. He drew a device that used a pulley that would bring information, not bring information, but pull information, pull trash. He created a prototype that would pull trash using a pulley and a conveyor belt into the mouth of the device. He called it Mr. Trash Wheel. Mr. Trash Wheel became so popular in social media that other trash wheels were created. Now that it is so popular, this machine that he created gobbles up trash, and other countries would like to get it. Okay? Do you understand what I just did?
Yeah.
Can you try?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you may try.
There is the city. Uh, there is a city. Uh, there is a city. That is. There is a city. With dirty, dirty garbage crisis.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And there is the man named Kellett want to want to clean the garbage. Uh, Clean the garbage in the stream with his invention.
Mm-hmm.
And the prototype was designed on a napkin. The the garbage collector the the garbage collector uh, remove trash with his pulley and conveyor belt.
Mm-hmm.
Working 24/7. and Mr. Trashville uh, has become popular in social media, and other trash wheel created from the prototype. The other country also want to get it. Oh, uh,
What does the prototype do?
a prototype uh, to to gobble tons of trash.
Okay, very good. All right. Now, I think you understand what I want you to do. I'll do it first, and I'll see if you can follow. And this will be the end of the session for today. We're only looking at these words. Control C. We're only looking at these words. This article is about a prototype that was created by someone who wanted to do something about the trash in the Baltimore River. His name was Mr. Kellett. Mr. Kellett created a prototype on a napkin. On this napkin, he drew a pulley and a conveyor belt that would carry trash into the mouth of this machine and gobble the trash up. The device became so popular that they created 3 other prototypes, and other countries are interested in getting this device. Okay? I want you to try and tell me about the article and use these words. Ready? Tell me about this article using these words.
Uh, there is a man who designed a prototype on a napkin. Uh, the machine used pulley and a conveyor belt to gobble tons of trash.
Okay. Now, can you think of some other things that you can tell me about this article? What else can you tell me? Did it become popular on social media? Did other countries have an interest in this prototype? What else?
And several more other trash wheel created, and they can gobble tons of trash, and they have become became very popular on social media,
Mm-hmm.
and other country also want to get them.
Okay. Okay, very good. All right, well, let's just say that this will end the session, and let me